According to a report released just this March, over 130,000 condo owners across Metro Vancouver could soon be hit with special repair bills totaling close to $1 billion. That's not a typo. $1 billion in unexpected charges, on top of the maintenance fees people are already paying every single month. And here's what's making this worse. Those monthly fees themselves are already climbing faster than inflation, not slightly faster. In some luxury buildings, strata fees have jumped from 60 cents per square foot to 90 cents or more. That's a 50% increase just in the fee rate alone. So if you own a condo in Vancouver, or you're thinking about buying one, or you're an investor watching this market, pay attention, because the real cost of condo ownership in this city has quietly become something most people weren't prepared for. Let's break down exactly what's happening and why.
Let's start with the basics, because a lot of buyers skip this part when they're shopping for a condo. In Metro Vancouver right now, maintenance fees, also called strata fees, range from about 45 cents to well over $1 per square foot per month. For a regular 700 square foot condo, that's anywhere from $315 to $700 or more every single month. That's before your mortgage, before utilities, before property tax. Now, for luxury buildings, the ones with concierge, rooftop pools, gyms, guest suites, those fees are pushing toward the top end or above it. And they're not staying still. According to data from StrataCalc, updated as recently as March 2026, new luxury condo presales were launching at around 60 cents per square foot just a few years ago. Today, those same types of buildings are coming in at 90 cents per square foot or higher at presale. That means people are signing up for high fees before the building is even finished. And for resale, older concrete buildings in downtown Vancouver are commonly sitting between 70 cents and $1 per square foot. Older buildings have more to repair, more to maintain, and reserve funds that, in many cases, have been underfunded for years. Here's the uncomfortable reality most listing agents won't lead with. A low strata fee is not always good news. Sometimes it means the building has been kicking the financial can down the road, and eventually that road ends with a special levy. This is where things get really important to understand, because this is the single biggest driver pushing maintenance fees up right now. According to a February 2026 report by My Choice Financial, home insurance premiums in Vancouver jumped nearly 10% in 2025 alone. That's just for standard home insurance. For strata buildings, the situation has been dramatically worse over the past several years. Here's how condo insurance actually works, because it's different from a regular house. There are two separate policies. The Strata Corporation, that's the building's management body, holds one large commercial policy that covers all common areas. Then individual owners hold their own personal policy for their unit. The problem is those building-level policies have gotten extremely expensive. British Columbia right now has the highest strata insurance costs in the entire country, at an average of around $105 per month per unit. That's more than triple what condo owners in Ontario pay for the same coverage. And it gets messier. When someone in the building causes a water leak, which is the most common type of claim, the strata's deductible gets charged back to whoever caused the damage. Those deductibles have been climbing into the six figures in many buildings. One senior VP at First Service Residential was quoted earlier this year saying he's aware of at least one strata corporation with $1 million water deductible. $1 million. So if your dishwasher leaks and floods 2 floors below you and you don't have personal insurance, you could be personally on the hook for an amount that would bankrupt most people. Now, insurance companies pulling back from the BC strata market is a big part of why this happened. Around 2019 and 2020, several insurers stopped offering coverage to condo buildings or dramatically tightened their terms. With fewer options available, the remaining insurers raised their rates. Some buildings saw their annual insurance premiums increase by 50 to 300% in a single renewal period. One building in Abbotsford reportedly went from $66,000 per year to $588,000 in 1 year. All of that cost flows directly into the monthly maintenance fee. When the building's insurance bill doubles, the fee goes up. There's no other place for that money to come from. Now, here's the part that's hitting hardest right now, in 2026 specifically. And this one is hitting both luxury buildings and regular condos. A significant portion of Vancouver's condo stock was built during the development boom of the late 1990s and early 2000s. Those buildings are now hitting the 25 to 30-year mark. That's when major systems start failing. Parking garage waterproofing, elevator systems, window walls, roofing, plumbing risers. These are not small repairs. We're talking about projects that can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars per building. According to Octo AI's Eli report, which analyzed over 10,000 condo corporations across the country, over 75% of BC strata corporations are considered poorly funded, and more than half of them are in what the report calls critical territory, meaning they have less than 50% of what they actually need in their reserve fund to cover upcoming major repairs. The numbers are alarming. In 2025, around 135,000 BC strata owners faced a special levy averaging close to $7,500 per unit. For 2026, the same firm estimates that over 100,000 owners could receive levies averaging over $8,000 per unit. Let that sink in. $8,000 on top of your monthly mortgage, your regular maintenance fee, and your own personal insurance. And unlike monthly fees, special levies hit fast. Once a three-quarter majority of owners votes to approve one, every owner has to pay, usually within a few months. People have had to take out personal loans, refinance their mortgages, or sell their units just to cover the bill. What made this worse over the years is that BC historically allowed strata corporations to skip preparing depreciation reports. Those are the documents that tell you exactly what repairs are coming and when. Owners could vote to defer those reports year after year, so many buildings just didn't plan properly. That changed in July 2024 when the province made depreciation reports mandatory on a 5-year cycle. But now those reports are starting to come in, and they're delivering some very unwelcome news.
Let's talk about property taxes, because this is the other layer of costs that's been quietly adding up. Vancouver City Council approved a 5.5% property tax increase for 2025. For an average condo assessed at around $806,000, that worked out to roughly $54 more per year in city taxes alone. But that's before you add the 18.2% jump in utility fees that came with the same budget. The good news is that for 2026, Mayor Ken Sim and the ABC majority pushed through a 0% property tax increase, a deliberate move to ease cost of living pressure. But don't get too comfortable, because the 4 opposition councillors on council were pushing for 6 to 7% more. That debate isn't going away. On top of regular property tax, Vancouver runs its own empty homes tax, now sitting at 3% of assessed value per year for properties that aren't a principal residence and aren't being rented out. And BC has the speculation and vacancy tax on top of that, which in 2026 is set at 1% for Canadian citizens who aren't using the property as their primary home. For foreign owners, that rate is 3%, so investors holding luxury condos in Vancouver aren't just paying high maintenance fees and insurance. They're potentially stacking an empty homes tax and a provincial SVT on top of everything else. And all of this is coming at a time when condo prices in Metro Vancouver are, according to late 2025 data, sitting at an average of about $765,000, down a few percent from 2024 but still near historic highs. The full monthly cost of owning a luxury condo in Vancouver, mortgage, strata fee, insurance, property tax, and reserve contributions, is something a lot of buyers are only fully understanding after they've already committed.
So let's put this all together. Maintenance fees are climbing because insurance costs have exploded. Reserve funds have been underfunded for decades. Buildings are aging and the repair bills are finally arriving. Labor and materials cost more than they ever have, and new depreciation reports are now legally required, which means buildings can no longer pretend they don't know what's coming. The industry has a phrase for this, a funding cliff, and Vancouver is standing right at the edge of it. If you already own a condo in Vancouver, the most important thing you can do right now is pull your building's depreciation report and review the reserve fund balance. Know what's in there and what's projected to come out. If you're buying, do not skip that step, not in this market. And if you're an investor, the monthly carrying cost picture in Vancouver luxury condos looks very different today than it did 5 years ago.
The numbers shifted fast, and this situation isn't going to resolve itself overnight. Everyone with skin in this market is watching closely right now, and for good reason.